Hello, traders, and welcome to the Pine Street Capital YouTube channel, where we talk all things trading and investing. My name is Ron, and I'm the managing partner of Pine Street Capital. I've been trading for over 8 years, and today I've got something special to share with you. But before we even get there, let's recap on what's going on in the prop space and, what we can essentially learn from it. So a week ago, MyForexFunds went under, and a lot of traders had challenges that they had purchased that they didn't finish. Some people were 1% or 2% away from passing the challenge before regulators stepped in and essentially froze the company's operation. And overall, what we need to do going forward is we need to do more due diligence as traders, right? We need to align ourselves with prop firms that are more proactive in terms of regulation, right? And we're essentially at a point whereby we know that regulation is coming in, right? And who do you think regulators are going to be more in favor of, regardless of the jurisdiction? It's probably going to be prop firms that are run from a sound, with sound operations, not only from an operational perspective, but also from the perspective of who's actually running the prop firms, right? And if you've been following me on Telegram, then you would have known that a few weeks ago, even before this entire MyForexFunds thing happened, I had made the decision to move over to a different prop firm. And that prop firm that I moved to is the Trading Pit. And the reason why is because I was looking for better trading conditions, but at the same time, I also did a lot of due diligence in terms of looking into the background of this prop firm, right? So I'll share a bit of that with you as we go along. And in fact, I'll share my screen so that you can see the website of the Trading Pit. So this is the Trading Pit website. And as you can see, the Trading Pit provides funding to traders up to $5 million and 80% profits and up to 80% profit split, right? Which are really good conditions. There are very few firms that can scale you up to this much. And they've actually got a really aggressive scaling plan, which I'll show you this now. Now, when you look at the pricing of the challenges, right, you'll immediately notice, particularly with me, I'm usually comparing prop firms based on what their $100,000 challenge costs. So their $100,000 challenge costs $9.99, so that's $1,000, right? And you compare it to industry standard, which is around about $500 to $600. This is more expensive, but this, when you compare it to other prop firms, is a one-step challenge, right? So it's a one-step challenge whereby you have to hit a profit target of 8%, whereas with other prop firms, you're paying $500 or $600 in order for essentially the same parameters. With the Trading Pit, you've actually got more time in order to hit that 8%, right? So you've got 90 days to hit the 8%. Minimum trading day 3, which is more favorable than other prop firms, right? Then let's look at all the other features. The daily drawdown you've got is 5%, which is pretty much industry standard. Then your maximum drawdown is 10%, which is pretty much industry standard. So you've essentially got a one-step challenge that's overall essentially cheaper because of the fact that it's a one-step. It's not a two-step challenge like most prop firms, right? Then you've got leverage 1 to 30, right? And you don't need high leverage as you offer with other prop firms, right? Because if you're trading with 1 to 100 leverage and you're using all of your leverage, then you're basically gambling. So 1 to 30 leverage, which is fair, and traders from Europe will know that this is pretty much standard. Then you've got 60 to 80% profit split, total payouts, $562,000 and 400. And when you see that they capped the total payout, the maximum total payout that you can get from this account, you'll see exactly why when you see just how aggressive the scaling plan is, and how much higher your chance of reaching this kind of amount is with the Trading Pit as opposed to other prop trading firms. Then this, I think, is the main kicker for me. This was what really sold it, which was the fact that you get a reset option for $299. Now, think of a situation whereby with your standard prop firm, you were in a 100K challenge, right? And you fail your 100K challenge. And if you fail your 100K challenge, then you have to pay another $500 to then start another 100K challenge, right? In this case, say you were in a challenge, right? And you fail your challenge, you then get the option to reset your challenge. Say you essentially breach your parameters in terms of drawdown, right? You get the option to reset, but one thing that you need to keep in mind is that your days don't reset. So say you fail your challenge, you breach your daily drawdown limit 20 days into your challenge. You'll now have 70 days because it will essentially reset your account, and you can read more about that here. This, I think, is a really good condition that the trading pit put in that you can get retries at a much cheaper price than you otherwise would have. Then the extension option is obviously just essentially purchasing another one. So in essence, you have 90 days in which you can continuously reset. And that's a much cheaper option than anything else. So that's just the 100K challenge, which is where my main eyes are. And you'll hear more about that later. Then you've also got the executive challenge, which is $399, which is really well priced compared to other 50K challenges with other prop firms, and conditions are pretty much the same. Then you've got the lower priced options, which are the standard account. This is perfect if you're just starting out with the prop firm and you want to, get to know what the trading conditions are like before diving into a more expensive option. So you've got a profit target of 10%, total challenge duration 90 days. So for these two, the standard and the light, which are 10K and 20K, you definitely want to use them for trying out. But once you understand how the prop firm works and you're ready to essentially scale up your trading, then definitely go executive or VIP, right? So that's for the trading conditions of the trading pit. So the product itself is, I think, in many ways superior to most prop firms, and that's the reason why I had decided to go with them a couple weeks back. And the other reason was this: you need to look into the actual management team of the firm, and the whole situation with MyForexFunds has brought more light to this. You need to do your due diligence, right? And the trading pit came onto my radar partly because of the founding team, right? You've got Christoph, who has extensive experience in markets, and you can read all about his history right over here. He was at other firms like DarwinX, and what's the other one? The other popular one. I'm forgetting what other company he was at, but he's got extensive experience in the traditional CFD trading space. So just think about it. When regulators are looking for prop firms to give licenses to, right? Who are they most likely to give licenses to? People who have never been in the space and then just decided one day that they had a large social media following and started a prop firm, or people who have been in the industry for over 10 years like Christoph here. That's completely up to you to decide. Then Illimar was part of the founding team of Tickmill, and I'm sure most of you already know Tickmill. They're a huge broker, and the fact that you got someone like this, someone with this kind of experience coming into the prop trading space, it just gives the firm more credibility, right? And from a regulatory standpoint, they're definitely proactive. Then you've got Thomas and Daniela. I remember actually seeing Daniela on the Finance Magnates London Summit when she was still at her previous firm. She was the CEO of Skilling, which is a CFD brokerage, and she was on a panel with a prop trader, the founder of FTMO, and I think it was Thomas who was on the panel as well. And she was essentially asking these guys questions about the entire prop trading space. And, within a week, I then see a report from Finance Magnet saying she's joined the trading pit as CEO, which shows the confidence that she probably got in the prop trading space after having been on that panel. Then you've got other people here who have extensive experience in the brokerage space. And again, you can just click on their profiles to see what they've done previously. So that gives you confidence that this firm is legit, right? And if you want to go even deeper, I'll also include a link to another page where they essentially spoke about the regulatory background, right? They've got a top lawyer here who's had a lot of experience interacting with BaFin, who's one of the regulators in Europe, right? And you can read all about that here. Over 20 years of experience. So this is the due diligence that you need to do when you're essentially selecting a prop firm, especially given what's happened with MyForexFunds. If you aren't already doing this kind of research, then good luck. But yeah, that's the reason why I've decided to go with the trading pit. And along with going with the trading pit, one treat I've got for you guys is essentially I'm going to be taking the 100K challenge with the trading pit. And courtesy of the trading pit, I was also able to give away a couple of challenge accounts to members of our community on Telegram. And you guys should probably follow along the journey, because we might be giving away a few more accounts. And you know, as I go through the entire journey, the entire initiative here for me, showing you from A to Z, from me getting the trading pit challenge to eventually hopefully passing it and making the entire $562,000 payout, is because we want to essentially provide education to the community, right? One thing I will show you with the trading pit is the potential that you have with these challenges. So I'm just going to share my screen again here. Now, with the trading pit, if you purchase, say, for example, the 100K challenge, which I'm going to be taking on, right? You know, you hit the 8% without losing 10%. What you then do is you then move into the scaling phase. So there's level 1 scaling, whereby your total payout once you hit 8%. So you continuously have to hit the 8% in order to get each payout, right? So at the first level, your payout is $4,800 once you hit 10%. Then your next payout is 7,000, then this, then this. So as you can see, all you need to do is hit 8% 10 times. And by the 10th time, your last payout is $320,000. And the total of all of this comes up to $562,000. So if you are a consistent trader and you continuously hit 8%, then your potential is a lot more than you would actually find with a lot of prop firms. As you can see, at the first level, you're managing 100,000 and 150,000, 200,000, 300,000, 400,000, 500,000. Where else are you going to get a scaling plan like this? I challenge anyone in the comments to tell me one prop firm that provides any scaling plan this aggressive. And I actually did some math the other day and found that on average, you honestly need to make a compounded return of about 3% a month to hit the 10th level. And within a year, you could definitely achieve the entire $500,000. So that's the journey I'm going on. And I hope you guys follow along, because there's a lot that you guys can benefit from in watching the entire journey, from me passing the challenge to making all of the payouts. So I hope you follow along the journey. If you want to get an account with the trading pit, another benefit I've got for you is I've given you a 20% discount with the trading pit, and you can get that using the link in the description down below. But other than that, I'll see you guys in the next video, where I'm actually taking on the trading pit challenge. Take care.